and you're listening to Frey. Starting right now. Here's your host, Alfredo Leon.
Back, Ella, and this is Indeed Frey, as we're live at a haunted house somewhere in New York City, as we're getting ready for Halloween. As it could be pretty scary in here in this haunted house. Beware of ghosts, kids. Get ready for Halloween. Time for the scariness. But what's not scary is that the New York Knicks finally got their first win of the season, and they and rookie Frank Ntilikina crossed off zeros. Ntilikina scored his first points as he had 9 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Here is Kristaps Porzingis speaking about Ntilikina and how he did. Here it is.
He had a good game. I'm happy that I liked how he came in the game and enforced everything. He was playing at a good pace and controlling the team. And being 19 years old, he's great at doing that. And he made some shots, but overall, I think he had a great game. And I think going forward, he's going to be able to get triple doubles. I think that's what type of player he is.
He also spoke about his team's performance as well.
We did a much better job of recognizing those mismatches and bigs. Dennis did a really good job of reading the game, coming up to the free throw, using that, or just guys did a good job of when I had the ball inside against a smaller guy, spacing the floor. If there was a help coming up to kick it out, if not, that would just go to work.
Also, Porzingis finished with 30 points and 9 rebounds. The Knicks also became the last team to win a game this season. Ntilikina spoke about the win. It was great. We had a great game, and I think the fans liked it, said Ntilikina. They were able to accomplish this with a strong defensive effort and shut down the NBA's highest scoring team. They held the Nets to 35 points below their average. New York blew the lead wide open with a 25-6 run in the third quarter that turned a 3-point lead into a 72-50 cushion and cruised from there after 3 straight losses and a winless preseason. Here is Knicks coach Jeff Hornacek speaking about the team's execution in stopping the Nets.
But the other guys helped each other out. I thought Frank's influence, especially when he got in there with his long arms, they usually come off those picks and just wing it to another guy. And once we got our hands on a few of those balls, I think they were a little more tentative. We talk about defense, it's a continual work for us to get better at things, but they showed some progress today.
Hornacek spoke about what Ntilikina is known for his defense and more.
Yeah, that's what I think he's known for there. Coming overseas, he was a very good defensive player and a guy who just ran the offense, and that's what he did. Defense is about effort. He does it every play. I think some of the fear going into the season with him, before actually seeing him live playing, was, is he going to get killed on pick and rolls in this league? Because it is a pick and roll league, and we didn't know. We couldn't really tell that from tape. But those first few practices when he was playing, we said, okay, now this kid, he can get around picks. He'll get hit by some, but then he'll keep fighting to go through. So, that's a knack. That's something that not everybody can do that well. So we're happy he's one of those guys that can.
And here is more from Hornacek as he spoke about the Knicks getting offensive rebounds and more.
Well, our guys are good offensive rebounders. Ennis goes after him. Kyle did a great job getting offensive rebounds, and then KP with his life can get in there and get some. So, they were pretty small when Moskov's not in the game, and our guys were able to get some of those.
Also, pretty incredible happened there. And also here is Enes Kanter speaking about. Here is Enes Kanter speaking about the win as well. And it was important because obviously it was our first win. But I think the most important thing in all of these losses, we stick together, Kanter said. We stick together in every practice. We practice really hard. And then tonight, it was all about defense, and we did a great job. D'Angelo Russell returned for the Nets after he missed the previous game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Nets did not play in the same fashion like they did against the Eastern Conference champ Cavs. Roca came in averaging 121.2 points and scored 110 in each of their first 5 games, but only shot 40.5% from the field against their city rivals. They were the more energetic team, that's Coach Kenny Atkinson said. They were the more physical team. They were denying us left and right. We couldn't handle their pressure. We were lethargic, and we paid for it. Hornacek gave veteran Jared Jack his first start at point guard, and he answered with 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Ntilikina, who was injured for the majority of the time since Phil Jackson selected him 8th overall, he played well in his minutes as backup. Ntilikina, who missed the previous 2 games due to an ankle injury after a scoreless NBA debut, hit a long jumper with 49 seconds left in the third. The French guard hit a 3 in the fourth and also had 5 assists. Russell was able to cut the Knicks' lead to 3 after he scored the first basket of the third quarter. The Knicks took control over the next 7 minutes of play. Porzingis had a follow dunk and 3-pointer as he and Kanter combined for a 9-0 run. After that, a 12-2 burst extended the lead to 72-50. The Nets were unable to tie the all-time season series as the Knicks lead it 95-93. Russell was the only Nets starter in double figures. Billy Hernangomez, who was an all-rookie selection last season, had only played 15 minutes total within the first 3 games, which included sitting out 1 game completely. He finished with 4 points after playing in the first half. It was also the Knicks' most lopsided win since they defeated the Phoenix Suns 128-97 on March 9, 2016. The largest win last season was by 16 points. The Knicks also out-rebounded the Nets 55-34 and had a 31-6 edge in second chance points. What a crazy way for the NBA to be. The Nets defeated the Cavs the previous game, and LeBron James had a triple-double. And then the Knicks defeated the Nets in this game with Porzingis scoring 30 points. Pretty crazy how the NBA is, as any team can win any night. And it's incredible how that's the case there in the NBA in that fashion, because any team can win any night. And that's the beauty of the NBA. And the Knicks finally got their first win of the season. About time, as they had losses in their first 3 games. About time that they were going to win. At some point, even Porzingis said that they will win. And what an effort by Ntilikina in his debut. Especially doing what he did. Especially the people doing what he did. Especially not being able to play the last 2 games due to an ankle injury and not being scores in his debut. And he showed the crowd what he's capable of. And what a play. Well, how funny was that by Porzingis saying he expects him to get triple doubles. That's pretty high praise for Ntilikina, especially since he's only a rookie, and he just played only 1 game at home, but he showed a lot of potential at what he's able to do, and he should be interested to see what he does, because if he does it well and becomes an all-star and gets triple doubles, then that makes Phil Jackson look good selecting Ntilikina, and then maybe, even though it's only 1 game, can make the Knicks look good by not drafting Dennis Smith Jr. or Malik Monk, but it's way too early. It's just 1 game. There's a whole season ahead. We'll see what happens with Ntilikina if he can keep doing what he's doing. And another good game by Porzingis, 30 points again. He's showing what he's capable of, but he needs to keep it up if he's going to become an all-star, especially since they no longer have Carmelo Anthony. And this is a lot of good potential there as the Knicks showcase what they're able to do on the offensive rebounds. They got to keep doing that. Play good defense like they did against the Nets. And good plays by Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, guys like that. They got to keep it up. They want to win games, even though they're not expected to do much this season. They need to just keep it up, try to be in more closer games, try to play better defense, because if the Knicks play defense, they can really compete with teams in the league, even though they don't have the talent that other teams have. But they have to show the potential that they could do if they could be able to play defense and be able to show what they're able to do. And how embarrassing was that for the Nets, especially leading the league in scoring, even though it's only 5 games, for them to lose to the Knicks. Even though the Nets aren't expected to be that good either, especially with the amount of wins that they're expected to win this year, especially how tough year last year and all the injuries they had, especially now with Jeremy Lin being out for the season with a torn patella tendon. But the Nets weren't expected to do anything this year either, and the fact that they're leading the league in scoring, it's pretty incredible. But that average is going to drop a lot, especially after they scored 35 points less than their average. It's pretty crazy there. But the Nets, they're not as good as their record says they are, and they're not as good as their averages are. They're going to come down to earth eventually, especially when they play tougher teams like the Golden State Warriors and play the Cavs again later on. They play the Oklahoma City Thunder, etc., the Boston Celtics. When they play tougher teams, and when those teams are in their game, the Nets are going to have a harder time. But with the Knicks, though, they weren't expected to do anything this year anyway. They just got to keep making it better and try to improve. Ntilikina try to get better. Porzingis try to get better. And now that the Knicks have a win, they could try to go on the winning streak and try to get more confidence there. We'll see what happens. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. And thanks to the folks here at the Haunted House for having us here for the pre-Halloween. It's pretty scary here. We got to get out soon and get out of this scariness as it is in Haunted House. A lot of ghosts here. A lot of dead bodies and mummies and everything like that. It's pretty crazy. So, but hope you guys enjoyed, and smash that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And hope you guys enjoyed, like I said, and peace.